The Marion County School Ambassadors recently met at Marion County High School and had a program introducing some of the other students to what's going on throughout the Marion County School Ambassador program in our district.
So we're at our third annual Young Leaders Conference here at Marion County High School. This is one of the highlights of the Student Ambassador Group's year. It's a conference completely designed by them and led by them. It ends with a special awards luncheon for the students who were specially selected by their school principals to attend this event.
I think all the kids get really excited. At first, they're a little nervous, and we're kind of trying to hype them up, and they're kind of a little bit shy, but once we go up throughout the day and they meet new friends, it's really fun. When you get in high school, it gets really, really busy if you're in all these clubs. And if you're here, you're probably going to be in a lot of clubs when you get in high school. And we tell them that they're going to have to manage their time. So we give them a lot of activities to do in 1 week, and they're going to have to say no to certain activities, so they schedule out their week.
I just enjoy giving back to the kids because I never had this opportunity when I was younger. So now it's pretty cool to where we can do it for the kids and they look up to us and help them with the transition because a lot of the kids have never been here. When they get to our spots, it won't be as hard for them to move around and know the classes. High school it's not easy. It's really not. There's some parts where it's fun, but it's a serious, it's one of your serious years in your school career.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value to it because they help come up with the topic. We brainstorm that in our spring retreat, and then now they take ownership of it. So they're actually teaching a lesson to these young people. So I think that gives them some responsibility. I love seeing the energy that they have. Right now they're just taking those kids in and motivating them to be a leader. So I think that not only does it teach them responsibility, but it gives them something to kind of be proud of and take ownership of. I think this is a good day for not only our student ambassadors, but for those kids who already show potential, and hopefully they'll be student ambassadors one day, and then leaders in the community as well.
So Miss Kentucky was very gracious to visit with us today. She is finishing her term as Miss Kentucky and was very excited to come speak to a school group. She herself is still a student at Western Kentucky University. She has a wonderful message about being fit for life and the ways that we are fit for life and the things that we need to practice every day. So it's a prideful thing, I think, for our students when they get selected, and that's evident today when you see the parents come in and watch their kids get their award at the end of the show.
We're now going to continue with our series of videos that are being provided by the City of Bardstown. In honor of Women's History Month, they are recognizing several well-known women throughout Bardstown and Nelson County. First up, we have a segment that they did with the first and only, so far, female mayor of the City of Bardstown, Dixie Hibbs.
Why would I want to be mayor? Well, it's part of my personality. I'm a fixer. I'm Dixie Hibbs. I consider myself a historian, and I guess I am the local historian since the others have all died off. But I consider myself a native of Nelson County, even though I spent my first year of life on Green River down in Bowling Green. My mother worked out of the house, and during that time a lot of women didn't work out of the home. So I had that image that you could take care of a house and a home and still do other things. I married at 17. I was married over 52 years. My husband died. My husband, Franklin, was very supportive and always encouraged me to go further. We bought an old house in 1967, and I wanted to know how old the house actually was. And I started digging and reading and reading and digging, and I kept coming up with wonderful stories about Nelson County history. Being a historian has a responsibility with it that I didn't realize when I started this. I needed to put all this information I was finding down on papers, but I didn't have the confidence. I just didn't think I could write a book. I read hundreds and hundreds of books a year, but I didn't think that I could do that. A gentleman approached me about doing a pictorial history, and I said, well, what's involved? And he says, well, you take pictures and you write captions. And so I said, can I write a 3-sentence caption under a picture? Yeah, I can do that. Can I do it 100 times? Yes, I can do it 100 times. 16 books later, I'm still writing books, but I'm breaking it down into small pieces. And that's what I guess my advice to anybody, whether it's in politics or dealing with your life in general, break it down in small pieces. But in 1982, I was elected. I became a councilwoman. Actually, I wasn't a councilwoman. The position is councilman. I was a woman in a man's position. Now, that didn't bother me. I was a councilman. So Councilman Hibbs is how it's listed in all the records and things. I actually served on the council 19 years. Now, in the space of that 19 years, I decided to run for mayor. I lost that election. I actually ran for mayor 3 times. Lost twice, won once. In the years that I was mayor, I'm very proud of all the things that I was able to accomplish. But let me go back a minute and make sure everybody realizes no politician, no woman, man, elected official can do anything by themselves. In 2007, when I left the position as mayor, I apologized to my family for all the meals that I didn't get cooked and all the time I didn't spend with them. But the reality is, I'm not sorry, and they weren't sorry, because I felt very successful in fixing some problems and in getting things done. I have a high school education. I still don't have a degree from college, but I have a life history degree. Now, that's not saying don't go get an education, please. But it shows that you learn, you continue to learn throughout your life. And if you don't learn something new every day, you've been asleep all day. Every problem has more than one approach. Don't ever think there's only one way to solve a problem. Ask any woman, she's been solving them all her life.